All right, welcome back. This is Ola. Welcome back to Road to 1 million views on YouTube. So the first thing I want to do is this is about transparency, right? And I strongly believe that in this this is, by the way, the second video ever on this channel, and we're planning, the goal of this is to reveal to you, be transparent 100% on how we are going to build 1 million views on YouTube. We don't care about subscribers, not because we don't care about subscribers, but more so because subscribers is more so a symptom or a byproduct of generating views. How do you generate views? Create quality content, right? We have to create quality content, and we have to be consistent, right? So, and that's what this is about. So the first thing I want to do on this second episode is actually go do a quick tour around the different channels, and you know, you log into your channel, you go to studio.youtube.com. Analytics on the left hand side. The first video we released had 5 views for obvious reasons. We're just getting started, right? So and how did we get those 5? YouTube actually showed our video to 17 different people, and 5 people clicked on it, right? Some of these are actually direct traffic. There's not enough traffic yet, but anyway, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna click lifetime on each one of the channels, and you can see we had 5 views. This one subscriber is me, so to be clear, there are no subscribers yet. But again, if you're watching this, you want to keep getting these videos by notification from YouTube, then it's best that you subscribe onto this channel if you're interested in watching the road, right? So this is 5, and I'm gonna put 5 here, right? So I'm actually gonna go quickly around the different channels, and I'm gonna switch. YouTube does allow you to have multiple channels. We've created a few channels over the years. Some of them have been slapped and eliminated. We've had channels that had 1 million views in the past, but in the spirit of full transparency, some of them were breaking some rules, you know, so I can't cover that really right now, but I'll cover that in later videos. So if you want to hear more about that story, make sure you're subscribed. I want to keep these videos at 7 minutes at most, 7 to 10 minutes, but 7 minutes is my goal. Analytics, go to analytics again. Now I'm on the personal brand, which is what I use to teach real estate, and I'm going to go to lifetime, and you can see that here 194,200 views over the lifetime. So I'm going to put that here, 194,200. all right, and I'm going to go to the next biggest channel that we have, that we're building right now, that you're going to be watching me as I'm working on the analyze this data. Lola and Ola, which is the one where we use to teach we use it to teach relationship and marriages and stuff like that. And this has 357 subscribers so far, but not a big deal. More so, the views so far over a lifetime of this channel is 46,900. So again, another reason, because again, views, as a matter of fact, you're gonna find what I'm seeing is that YouTube is gonna care less and less, okay, about YouTube is probably gonna care less and less. You know what, I just changed my mind in this moment. I'm going to take my time on these videos. I'm going to share what I want to share with you on each episode, not 7 minutes, okay? So I just changed my mind right there. Transparency, right? But anyway, Lola and Ola has 46,900 views, only 357 subscribers. That's fine. We don't really worry about subscribers for now. The goal is to create quality content and be as consistent as possible, right? And Marriage Issues has no videos on it yet. This is basically us. We're moving all our live stream from Lola and Ola to Marriage Issues. So it's a long form content type channel, nothing on it yet. We're probably not gonna go live on it until maybe next week Saturday or something like that. But yeah, that's why it's still 0. So as you can see, this one will remain 0. So far, to get to our goal, we're 24% in on getting to our goal, right? Another thing I want to share with you is that when I go back to Ola personal brand, right, that has 3,030 subscribers so far, off of 194,000 plus views, right? But again, in the spirit of transparency, I'm going to go into settings and I'm going to start revealing, okay? I'm going to start revealing. I'm going to go under channel. I'm going to go under advanced setting, I think. Display the number of people subscribed to this channel. We're going to start displaying it. So now when people click on our channel, they can see that there are 3,000 subscribers. So we hit that at one point because we want people to focus on the content, but the honest truth is that people care about numbers, and that influences how much they feel they should listen. So I'm going to leave it at that. It's now showing 3.03 subscribers, right? So I'm going to do the same thing for I'm going to go switch over to Lola and Ola. I'm going to go under settings, okay? And see, 7 minutes was up so quick. This is 6 minutes in, and I want to take my time to share what I want to share with you. It's up to you if you want to watch it or not. This video is on road to 1 million channels. So, I guess watch time is not a bad idea, especially if I'm not just putting fluff in, right? So I'm going to go to channel. I'm going to go to advanced settings, scroll down here, and boom, we're going to click save, okay? All right, so that's that. So if you go over here, we can see it says 357 subscribers. So another thing, there are multiple factors that we were looking at. The only people that will look at this number as probably negative are people that are competitors, and they're saying, man, he's not doing much, right? That's the person. But a person who actually wants to learn will look at that number and not want to learn, but a person who will find value. Want to learn is different from finding value. A person who will find value will say, yeah, I want to be a part of this community, and those are the kind of people we want anyway. So I'm revealing it again, primarily in the spirit of full transparency. Now let me say this: if you have any questions regarding the details of what we're doing in our YouTube channels and stuff like that, just ask it in the comment box below, and then I will make it a point to cover it in next episodes. It will also full transparency, it will also help me create more content that you will find valuable, then also help me grow the channel, and then also obviously get us to our goals faster. So this is all working together, right? All right, so I'm looking at something right now really quickly. I'm looking at 1.6% click-through rate, and this is a good quick lesson I want to give to you, right? If I go into my analytics, right, and I go, okay, I'm gonna go into that specific video, right? That specific video, and this video. It was just released literally last night. I think last night, yesterday evening. Has 16 views, okay? 16 views. I go into the analytics of this video, and I'm looking at reach, and then I see 1.6, right? So I'm gonna go into the full analytics of the whole channel, right? Analytics of the channel, right? I'm gonna go here, reach, and I'm like at 5.7 in the last 28 days. So 1.6 is extremely low. Here's my tip for you. The tip here for you is this: a brand new channel is probably not getting enough exposure to even look at enough numbers, okay? As a rule of thumb, depending on how big the piece of data is, I don't really look at a number until I've gotten a base number. Like if I'm looking at a percentage, I need a base number of 100 to 1000, okay? If we're talking about things that are going towards like in this case, at this size level of this, like a small YouTube, I wouldn't look at the number until I've gotten an impression of at least 100, okay? So once I start knowing that in any given 24 hours I get 100 views anyway, then I'll start looking at impressions of at least 1,000. Okay, so let me explain what I just said. Okay, this is data analysis and this is statistics. You don't want to be looking at the number when there's not enough samples. That's the point I just made. Okay, so in this case we've had 34,000 impressions. Then I can literally count on this 5.7 as a more true number. Okay, now the goal is to increase this 5.7 over time, because that's basically about 2%, right? The goal is to increase that towards 10%, right? If I change this number to 90 days, you will see that that number is a little bit lower. So if you get more impressions, you can also expect that if you get more impressions, you can expect that the click-through rate will be lower, because there's a lot more people you're being exposed to that don't know your brand yet. Okay, what do I mean by that? So if I go in a little bit deeper into this analytics on the 90 days, I go advanced mode, right? I go into traffic source, right? And then I go into okay, so based on browse features shows homepage and the subscription feed, right? So these are people that are already familiar with home. Like browse features is only people that are already familiar with my brand. So not just subscriptions only, but people that watched a previous video and it shows on their homepage. As you can see, this channel is getting 24% of the views from that homepage, right? But YouTube search is what we're using to generate majority of our views right now, meaning people literally search, right? So that's SEO, right? We literally target specific keyword target phrase. Again, if you want more details on that, just let me know. I'll shoot a video on it and I'll show you more. So, but I will go strictly showing you data from up the road to 1 million views. But as you ask for more content, I will create them. Okay, just to make sure that I'm not, because I have like 4 different channels that we're managing, right? So we want to make sure we're spreading our energy and resources properly, right? So if I go here under the browse features, which means people that already are familiar with the brand, you can see here that the watch time is actually still lower, right? You can see here that the watch time is still lower. And if I look at the click-through rate, the click-through rate is not even as high as the search, right? But suggested videos are very high. Okay, so for this particular niche, Lola and Ola, which is about relationship and marriages, first of all, we want to keep doing our search, okay? But we want to keep getting suggested videos. And what does that look like? We want to keep looking at all the videos that are suggesting videos to us, and we want to create videos that look like them, okay? So for example, if I go to YouTube search, we're already doing a good job at that. So I'm not going to put, that's how we built the channel to where it is. That's how we built the channel to almost 50,000 views right now, right? So I'm going to go focus on, so we know, like based on this, okay, so there's something called 1 million views formula.com, okay? 1 million formula views.com, okay? Sorry, 1 million views formula.com. Let me repeat that. 1 million. Let me go here and type that here for you. Okay, that's 1 million views formula.com. Okay, what it does is that it points you to my Amazon affiliate link. Okay, Amazon associate link to the book that I read that I'm using right now. This book right now. Okay, this book by Darrel, was the guy who puts together is the guy behind the biggest YouTuber ever, which is Mr. Beast, and also is the guy who put together Video Summit, which is an event that happens every year. Okay, I'm using this book. Just go get the book. These are the things, everything I'm sharing with you right now, I learned from his book, and I'm practicing it right now. The biggest mistake I made in the past was just creating a bunch of content. But then we get to a point, let's say like 100 videos, right, of highly targeted search engine optimized videos, right? and then I didn't look at my data, so I can start creating. So if you hear me say, hey, let me know what you want so I can make sure I create content around it, that's literally what I'm practicing. But not only will you as a viewer tell me what you want, but also the data will tell me, and that's what this book is about. So if you want to read this book, it's about 300 pages or something like that. It's a really, really good book that really pointed my attention back to things that I knew, but I kind of lost focus on because there's so much going on, right? So things like optimizing based on existing performance, right? So he calls it data-driven decisions, data-driven human-centered formula, right? So you can learn that in chapter 10, right? So if you go to 1millionviewsformula.com, you'll be able to get the book directly from Amazon. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so I can actually show you right now. Let's see. Let's show you what that looks like. So I'm sharing that with you again in the spirit of full transparency, but also simultaneously so we can use that to support what we're doing here. Okay, they don't pay much. I don't even know what they pay. It's $16 hardcover, Kindle $15. I purchased the Kindle. Okay, so right there on Amazon. All right, so let's go back to what I was saying, right? So suggested videos, right? So people are videos are being like other people's videos are suggesting people to come watch my videos. So I didn't pay enough attention to this. So as you can see here, 6.2% on search, and on click-through rate, right, 4.9. But if we go back to the views, right, 21% of views are coming from suggested. And we know from that book, I know that 75% of all views on YouTube are created by this channel, by this traffic source, suggested videos. So what do I need to do? I need to up my game, because majority of the views I'm supposed to be getting, I'm not getting. So how do I do that? I go diving into this, right? Then I look at all the videos that are suggesting links. So this young lady's video is suggesting video. I need to create a similar video about she doesn't respect you, things women don't do. I need to create a similar video with respect around her topic, right? Listen to her topic, see some of the things I agree, disagree with. I can emphasize and say it in our own way, my wife and myself, right? So that's that right there. Then this is our video. Okay, so our video is suggesting people to watch more of our videos. So that video is doing a good job at getting people to watch more of our videos. 9 signs. Okay, so this video, another one, 9 signs someone is about to betray you. So I would listen to this video, see what I agree or disagree with, and then create our own version of that same training. That's how you get more suggested, right? So we're basically gonna align our video. Then I can also dig in deeper to that person's channel and see some of the topic they've covered, and see if I have a little bit of a different perspective on some of the views, or completely disagreement, and that's okay. There's no rules when it comes to content creation. You create what comes from your heart, that's authentic, right? All right, so that's that right there. So now let me go show you my biggest channel right now that I'm working on, which is my personal brand, teaching real estate, right? I'm gonna go here, switch over, and then we're gonna look at the suggested over there and the percentage, right? Let's go here. Okay. All right, so the same rules apply to this. This is a fresh video that was just released literally 2 hours ago. The channel is too small. The attention that the channel has right now is small. Yes, 3,000 subscribers is small, because again, it's not about 2,000 subscribers. It's about everything about the views, right? So people that watched my video yesterday, up to 48 hours, 142 people, 142 views in the last 48 hours. How can I get this 142 people coming back is the key in all of this. That's the key in all of this. Okay, so now let's go back here. So we're gonna go to analytics, right? Then I'll show you what we're talking about. Advanced mode. Well, I need to be at 90 days. Okay, I generally don't go too much past into more than 90 days when I'm analyzing data, because more recent activities is much more of what I need to be paying attention to, right? So if I go here under traffic source, right, I go into, now I see my traffic source here. Of course, as usual, see, I came from the school of SEO, search engine optimization, which you absolutely need if you're just starting a brand new channel. Okay, if you're starting a brand new channel and it's not about your family blogging or something like that, if it's just about a topic, about a business, you definitely want to make sure you do market research, search engine market research, and come up with 100 pieces of keyword phrases that you're going to target for the next 100 days. When you create those, YouTube will show you when you show your content, and you want to do long-term phrases, right? So instead of going for SEO marketing, you want to go for how to use SEO marketing to build my business. You want to go for long-term phrase. Why? Because there's less competition on longer-term phrase, and there's higher competition for short-term head phrases. Okay, now we've done a good job at that, right? In the last 90 days, 4,000 views came from search engines. So I do a good job at that. Now, here's where I do a poor job. If I know, right, that 70% of all YouTube views comes from suggested videos, why am I getting 5%? I've done a poor job on targeting contents that other people are creating, but also I've done a poor job at retaining my viewers based on what they've shown on my data that they're interested in past time. Okay, so if I go into suggested videos, right, suggested videos, go here, I can see that what is the least spendings on real estate? It's got to me 32 views. Okay, do I have content like that on my channel? Well, in recent times, here's what I've done. That is exactly why I created this video. I'm going to show you in a second. Under content, this video in not too long ago, literally about a few weeks ago, we created this video. What is the least spendings? Okay, so that's precisely why I created this, and you can see it has 42 views as compared to 16, 19, and some other ones, all organic views, right? And 4 likes. So 4 likes on a 4, that's 10%. That's showing that the audience that are still paying attention to me really want more information on lease spendings and anything pre-foreclosures, and we're tending to go more and more in that direction. Okay, so we're going more and more in that direction, and honestly there's less competition. As you can see, we have a video coming up here tomorrow on foreclosures fortunes. Right, so we have a video coming up on that, right? So foreclosures fortunes, I would rather say foreclosure fortune, but my employee that's working on that should have cut that, but that's okay. The title is 5 stages of wholesaling pre-foreclosure. So again, that video is going to be released tomorrow. This is precisely based off of the content that people are saying they like, that my viewers are saying they like, right? Based on other people's videos pointing to me and my videos that are performing. Okay, so now if you look here, micro flipping is also a big part of our audience, people that are following the terminology micro flipping. So there's a whole community around this in other places, but you get the gist. Another one here, flipping houses for beginners. I think I've created something around that, but this video is suggesting people to us, but we want to keep creating more content around that, right? 7 steps on foreclosure. So again, that's the second thing on foreclosure right there, right? So all this topic, I need to make sure insane passive income review. I don't know why this is suggesting videos to me. I don't know why, but we probably need to create topics on passive income, right? So let's keep going. But again, I will use discretion on this kind of stuff. Majority of these topics are pre-foreclosure and foreclosure, so I don't want to go to and be all over the place. I probably will still focus based on the number of topics here, right? Micro flipping again, okay? But this is my video suggesting videos to me. That's fine. So I will keep creating content around that. Wholesaling from Europe, not in Europe. So this is a video that has actually caused some discrepancies because some people came out of Europe and say, hey, again, bottom line is that people in UK are looking to get into wholesaling real estate. We've created in recent times more video around that, and you can see wholesale from UK got 57 views. So if you look at 57 views average video, okay, let's go to let me go ahead and open another tab here because I want to keep this open, right? And I go to analytics and I go to let's go to last 90 days, okay? and I go, okay, yeah, I can just go straight into let's see. Yeah, I want to see average views per video, right? So per video, average views. Okay, I could have seen that here actually. Let me see. So if you look at views average, this one says 380. This is average. Is this total? I think it's total. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna find out average. Let me show you how to find out the average. So I'm gonna literally click on here to export. I'm gonna export this into Google Sheet, and then I'm gonna use Google Sheet to do the average. Okay, so I think this is more so of total. So on the last 90 days, I'm gonna just select everything all the way down to bottom. These are all the videos that got views in the last 90 days. And I'm gonna average, use this formula average. All right, so this is saying average views. So I'm not gonna look at all the videos that has generated less than, again, all those ones that generated less than fewer views. Let's see here. Okay, this one's generated 32, but clearly this one is okay. I see why. All right, so I'm only looking at suggested. That's why I'm only looking at suggested videos. So let's go use another tab. All right, and we have all the videos with all traffic sources. So we're going to use that here, Google Sheets. That's why. So the suggested videos, I'm getting average. Remember, we already know that I'm not doing a good job at generating suggested traffic source, knowing that 75% of all YouTube views are generated from suggested, right? So we already established that fact. So is this 90 days? Yes. So 90 days. So even in 90 days, this video has generated 634, and this is wholesale in Europe, right? Wholesale in Europe. So we don't want wholesale in Europe. As a matter of fact, as a rule of thumb right now, I don't teach wholesaling in Europe. I teach wholesaling from Europe, wholesaling USA houses from Europe. So I'm actually, this may destroy the performance of this video, by the way, but I'm going to change it anyway, just in the spirit of transparency and authenticity. So I'm going to go into this video, and I'm going to say, let's see, I'm going to say, go to details. I'm going to say wholesaling USA houses from UK, precisely from UK, because majority of people searching for this are in UK, and that's perfect. Still less than, I like it to be less than 60 characters. I also learned that from Darrel's Eve's book, but I always knew that it needs to be straight to the point, catchy, curiosity, invoke curiosity title, right? All right, so I'm gonna click save on that. Okay, so now we've taken care of that, so we can stop attracting the wrong traffic. So hello. So there was a question that actually answered. I've been watching a lot of your videos about wholesaling. How can I? Okay. This was the question I just have about wholesaling in Europe. Oh, okay. So this was about wholesaling in Europe, but again, all right. So this is a little tricky. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna refresh this page, reload. I'm gonna leave it as is, just to make sure that, yeah, I already saved this wholesaling in UK. I'm gonna leave that as that. UK. I'm gonna leave it as that. Okay. And the question was more so about Europe, so I'm gonna keep it that way. Actually, let me just go copy from here. There you go. I'm gonna leave it the way it was, because I think in the video, here's why I'm gonna do that. Okay, I should explain that actually. The reason why I'm going to do that is because average view duration is based on if you actually deliver. Okay, so we're looking at two pieces of data. That's how we're focusing on click-through rate and average view duration, right? So how long a person actually watched a particular video, right? And we kind of know based on this data, if this video has generated in lifetime 2,700 views, so the video is performing. So 16% click-through rate. Look at that, 16% click-through rate, way above 3 times bigger than the baseline in for all my views, right? And average view duration is 2.54, okay, 2 minutes and 54 seconds. But clearly it didn't matter to YouTube in this case because it's high, you know, so it's also measuring against other videos out there, right? So it's not just based on my performance against myself, but against other videos out there. So this 11 minutes here, and I don't know, you know, if you scroll down here you can see 25% of it. Average percentage viewed, APV is another data I look at. So it measures this number against other videos with the similar topic. Okay, so anyway, you get the point. So I'm going to leave it as is and go back to what we're talking about. So we have views, a total of 7,000 views. We kind of knew that. So I'm going to average out everything. I know I shouldn't really be averaging all the ones, but I'm just going to do it and see if it doesn't matter much. I just need to get a very quick number. So average views of about 15. Okay, so that's making sense. Average view about 15. So based on average views about 15, right? Let's go back here. Let's see. Okay, micro flipping, all of this are lower. I need all of this to go above 15. That's really the bottom line. I lost my train of thought a little bit, but I think you've gotten some really good tips there. I need all of these numbers to grow. Bottom line is that I need my suggested videos to grow. Okay, it needs to grow. How am I going to do that? I need to create similar videos to all of this. I need to go around. So instead of focusing so much on if I go back here and go traffic source, instead of focusing so much on YouTube search, what I'm going to do is create all of these topics, create new versions of all of these topics, right? How many videos are this? Okay, it's showing me 50. Create those videos over the next 90 days, but then still optimize them for the search engines. How do I do that? How do I still optimize them for the search engines? I know that my strength is in search engine optimization, so I'm literally going to take this topic. Okay, I already created a video around this, but I'm going to take this, right, and I will go to I'm going to create a new incognito window in Chrome. I'm literally going to do this. I'm going to do this, press enter. I will search it directly in YouTube, I'm going to search it directly in Google, but also in YouTube, right? Also in YouTube. Go to YouTube. Why incognito? Because again, it doesn't track my activity. So all of these are plain stuff that I haven't watched. If you go using your account to show you stuff it thinks you're supposed to know. Remember the homepage of YouTube, right? But these are stuff that's based probably just on my IP address alone, and not so much in my area, not so much on my activity. So when I Google that, guess what? This #1 video has been suggesting, this is the same video, right? This is the same video, has been suggesting a lot of views to me. So it's good to know. It's good to know that it's actually #1 when you search on YouTube, right? It's good to know that. It's also showing also on the front page of YouTube, of Google here, right, under the video session. Let me see if mine is showing. Look at that, the one I created is showing now on this front page, a little bit below this, right? And it's also showing a suggestion from this video. That's how you get views. That's how you rake up your views. This is how I'm showing you right now. That's how we plan to grow this massively, right? So if I go back to, let's see, let me close this one. Boom, let's see. Okay, so that's that. And then also, okay, so back to what I was saying, I would optimize it for search engines, right? I'm gonna take all of these keywords. The location one, this is least spendings New York. I don't necessarily want to create anything around that because we don't even target that market. But can you sell a property with the least spendings? That is a good question to create content around. Since I know that my audience is interested in least spendings already, right? I should create a video around that, right? I should create a video around that. Create a video with about the same length of my base performance in general. Okay, so if I go back here, go to analytics, go to last 90 days, okay, because we look at everything in quarters as business owners, right? And then I look at my engagement. My engagement says that I should be around 3 minutes and 53 seconds, okay? So, but here's what I can do. I can go double on that, because if I create a video with 50% average view duration, okay, average percentage viewed, if I create a video with average percentage view of 50%, I am winning all day long. I'm winning all day long, right? All day long. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. I think we covered quite a few bases today. Let me know what you think about this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, but more so importantly, tell me what you would like to learn about this process and details, things, questions you may have about this journey. You're watching me build this journey. I'm not just a Darrel Heaves who has already created success from years upon years since 2015. I'm actually doing it right now, and you can learn from this. You can use this to build any type of business, okay? Any type of business. So let's say, for example, that you're a hairstylist and this is something you want to build. What would be the typical what do you call it? What would be your audience? What would your audience be searching for, right? What would they be searching for? How can you create content around that? So, you know, cosmetologies, anything, you need to know the language that your audience speaks, and then you go to incognito and search from there, and you can get some really cool ideas under related searches and create content around that. Start with that before you get too deep or too crazy about what's the right keyword research or anything like that. Use Google. Google has all the data for you. All right, so hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. Remember, we are on the road to 1 million views, and right now we're 24% in. I started this with 24% in, but I've got 2 brand new channels. This channel you're on right now, okay, and we got a brand new one that we're gonna start working on in like a week from now, and then we're gonna do this together, and you're gonna learn a lot in that journey, because you know, so this is how to get a lot of YouTube views. As you can see, 75% of views comes from suggested videos. I need to step up my game, and I just gave you the formula that I will be using to do exactly that. I'm going to show you one last thing before I leave here, okay? No, I don't want to show you everything right now. Whatever I was about to show you, I'll show you on the next, so make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.